Hi, I'm Dr. Steve. Thanks so much for joining me today. We're going to feel a lot better and be a whole lot smarter after today's show. Up front, if you're single and dating or know somebody who is, you want them to be safe when they decide to have sex. And our next guest is going to tell us exactly how technology can help protect against sexually transmitted diseases. Please welcome Dr. Michael Rosen to the show. Michael, good to see you.
Thanks so much, Steve.
All right, so let's talk about sexually transmitted diseases, because it's kind of like that little dirty secret that people don't talk about. How big a problem is it?
Nobody talks about it, but it's a huge problem. 20 million new STD cases in the country each year. 1 out of 4 teenagers has an STD, and by the time somebody reaches their mid-20s, there's a 50% chance they have an STD. And we have a huge problem with HIV in young males who have sex with other males. That is the group where HIV is growing tremendously. We also have a problem in older people over the age of 50.
Right, thanks to medications that are out there.
Yeah. It's a rebirth of sexuality, but they're not as aware of the STD issue.
So the numbers are pretty scary. And the thing that scares me the most about it, too, you can't judge a book by its cover. People are totally normal. You just have no idea.
That is the biggest mistake that people make. Oh, they're in a middle class or upper middle class environment. That person can't have an STD. But I can tell you, in my psychiatry practice, I have patients come in and they say, and it's a middle class, upper middle class practice, and they say, I can't believe what just happened to me. And it's infidelity in their marriage, or they think that their boyfriend, who is the new boyfriend, who works on Wall Street. Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, these things happen.
What I always tell people,
these things happen. Okay, so tell me about this new technology. Tell me about Luhu. What is it and how does it work?
Okay, so Luhu, and the website is www.myluhu.com, is the first and only all-electronic STD testing and sharing platform. And it came from my neurotic Jewish doctor mind when I went back into the dating world, worrying about them back out there dating. I'm thinking, how do I know if that person has an STD or not?
So they actually put it out there. They say, I'm clear of STDs. Is that reliable?
You sign up. It takes about 3 minutes. You sign up. You pay for your first round of testing. Then all you have to do is you go to a Quest Patient Service Center. There's 2,100 in the country. Show your ID. They take your blood. You're done. 3 days, you get your blood work results back or urine test, depending upon the test. And it comes to your mobile device, to your computer device, all electronic, no paper. And then, when you want, and with only whom you want, you can share those results. And what we call it sending a Luhu. So let's say I'm meeting you in a bar, and I say, hey, Steve.
Right.
Do you Luhu?
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just kidding.
It's uncomfortable because you're going to find out my good health results.
Right.
Because I sent you a Luhu, which has my STD results in it and an easy-to-read chart with the date of the test and the results of the test.
Oh, okay, so you do the test in January, right? And you're negative for whatever you've tested for. Well, now it's March. Exactly. And you meet someone in March. How is that person that you meet in March supposed to say, hey, what's going on between January and March?
And that's a really important point. And there's no guarantee. Short of keeping an IV in somebody's vein and testing continuously, you can't do it. The point is lowering your risk. CDC says, get tested once for HIV. We're saying no. You need to be regularly tested. So we're actually a program of regular STD testing. We encourage every 3 months, people at high risk getting tested every month. For example, men who have sex with men, people who have multiple sexual partners. By testing more frequently, you've got operant conditioning, which means you've got skin in the game, so to speak, to stay healthy. Only interact with other people who are also tested and have tested negative. So your overall risk is lower. It's like herd immunity.
Right, so you're staying within that group of people that you know.
That's what we're encouraging.
All right, so let's talk about cost then. Is this going to be covered by insurance? If not, how expensive is it?
It's not covered by insurance. And certainly there are ways to get testing one-off. You go to your doctor's office, insurance may cover that. But again, we're a regular testing program. We are the least expensive program available online. You pay $10 a month, and that entitles you to sharing, online storage on our electronic medical record, and access to our very low lab test costs. Quest really saw what we were doing as a public health benefit. So they gave us rates that were very, very low and allows us to provide those low rates. So for example, the average person in America HIV is going to be around $25. The oral swab test that you might find in stores, $35, $40. So we're much less expensive than anybody else out there.
So basically, if someone starts dating, they meet someone online, they could say, hey, do you Luhu?
And
the person says, of course I do. And then you decide to share. You get all the information and you can kind of relax a little bit.
We are normalizing the discussion of STDs and making it a comfortable conversation where it was never comfortable before.
All right, but that is a big service, Dr. Mike Rosen. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. All right, well, it was one of the brand new tools of his trade. Dr. James Nadich is a radiologist, but even he didn't know the role that a state-of-the-art CT scanner would play in saving his life.
Showed great clarity that indeed I had significant coronary artery disease that had been not apparent to me or my cardiologist. Yes, it was a surprise, not the best surprise I've ever had in my life, but there it was.
Dr. Nadich is talking about the 640-slice CT scanner and what it found. He'd had a brush or two with heart disease, a mild silent heart attack a few years back. His cardiologist had been watching him, and then radiology got this brand new machine.
This scanner has a powerful generator, and with more power to the X-ray tube, we can get higher resolution images. Also, the gantry that you see rotates very fast around the patient in less than 1/3 of a second. So it can acquire the heart in one heartbeat in less than 1/3 of a second.
The 640-slice CT scanner is the most advanced for cardiac imaging in the Northeast, and it's here at North Shore University Hospital. Lucky for Dr. Nadich, the cardiology team decided to try it out on him.
If you see here, this area, I'm looking at this area only, and this area is the cross-section. It's like cutting it like a donut. This is just one of his arteries, but Dr. Nadich had plaque in all 3 of his arteries. So this is his other artery, and you can see that there's a significant amount of calcified and non-calcified plaque here. He also had significant blockages.
Significant blockages. His cardiologist immediately went in and placed 4 stents. The new CT scanner is proving invaluable in finding problems before they get worse.
We have been picking up a lot more coronary artery disease than expected. Not necessarily severe coronary artery disease, but mild coronary artery disease, something that will change the patient's management down the line.
Giving them time to limit the damage through preventative care. Dr. Nadich saw the whole experience as life-saving.
I might have suffered a significant heart attack that might have destroyed a portion of the heart that would have impacted my daily activities. So, did it save my life? Yeah, maybe it did. And maybe it saved me a heart attack.
Nadich credits the machine and his surgeon, Dr. Stan Katz. I want to say thanks to the folks at North Shore University Hospital for introducing us to Dr. Nadich and his doctors and for letting us tell his story. All right, coming up, if you're looking for a new start to the new year, stay with us. We'll be right back.